Hello and welcome to Celebrating 31 Expressions of Light. So we're the Soul Evolution Collaborative, and we are pleased to have you joining in this 31-day experience, however it shows up for you or whatever way it works for you. And so like so many that have gone before us, we set aside this time of year to celebrate light. And so Dr. Ernest Holmes says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was life, and the Word was light. And the light through law produced form, and the created form turned to the light. And the light of consciousness dawned. And humans beheld the light and walked in it, and the light was all." And so as we move into this special time of year, we look at 31 ways to experience and celebrate this elemental foundation of the universe and actively create space for more light in our collective experience of humanity. So each evening in the month of December, we'll be live with a new word to celebrate and then a daily activity to engage in the following day that attempts to bring us closer to this experience of the light. So if this is your first time hearing about this, you can jump on over to soulevolutioncollaborative.org and sign up for daily email reminders and activity details. So now let us breathe in the beauty and wonder of this day, this beautiful now moment. So celebrating and honoring light is found in traditions all over the world. And recognizing the importance of light during this time of year when the days become shorter, light continues to remain at the center of spirituality. The light is a divine quality that illuminates and enlightens. It is a source of all that is. It is that which fills in all the spaces. It is that which has always been. Not only are we honoring the light that physically illuminates our world, but even more so, the light that resides within every one of us. In the beginning, there was light, and it was good. Light takes many forms and shines through many expressions. And this month, we set aside this time to honor and celebrate the importance of those many forms. So today, we celebrate the sacred as an expression of light. And so sacred is that feeling of awe, that sense of the numinous. The sacred is that which is set aside from the secular or the profane. Yet we have a teaching that suggests wholeness and oneness, which assumes then that everything is sacred. Except for our uniquely human perspective, we forget and insist that it's not. In search of the sacred, we try to separate that which is from that which is not, only to create a perception of separation, a world of profane. So we must realize that there are moments that appear as sacred while others may appear as profane. For anything to be sacred, everything must be. The human condition necessitates a distinction between the two in order to remind us of that which is sacred. We are called to continue recognizing the difference until there is no longer one, to continue seeing moments of the sacred until every moment is seen as sacred. So our reading for tonight. The sacred is not in heaven or far away. It is all around us. And small human rituals can connect us to its presence. And of course, the greatest challenge and gift is to see the sacred in each other. And so Dr. Ernest Holmes says in The Science of Mind, in all the kingdoms that exist, in all the planes that exist, and deep within the self, hidden and yet felt, there is a high priest ready to conduct us into the sacred and secret chamber of the self, where God and man, or God and humanity, are one. The search for union passes into the realization that we are just with or in, but we are of God. One with or one in implies separation. The great realization is that we are of that which is. We are some part of it. And so as we seek to experience a greater awareness of this expression of light, this understanding of the sacred, considering the following activity as a way to embody and explore this ideal in a practical way. So between now and tomorrow evening, when we come back here again, consider this activity. Transform one of your very common daily tasks into something sacred. Whether it is getting dressed, brushing your teeth, washing dishes, really whatever you can think of. Do it so mindfully and so intentionally that it becomes sacred. This doesn't take much. Simply do it in a way that makes it feel important. Be mindful of how the shift in mindset creates a whole new experience. So let's take one final moment to kind of set this intention, this idea of the sacred, to really let it seep into our pores and then be able to take it out from this space into our lives. So if you're comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes. If not, just a soft gaze will do as we contemplate the sacred. Knowing that there is one power and presence that is back of all things, that there is only one thing going on. It is the very home of this idea of wholeness, this idea that encompasses all the experiences of our lives, those experiences that we may label as sacred and those experiences that we may label as profane, knowing that they are all part of this one thing. And through our connection, through our understanding that we are the individualized expression of this one, we know that we are connected to it. We know that the experiences of our lives, whether in challenge or in triumph, are a part of this one, are a part of this sacred, divine moment. And so from this space of connection, I speak a word knowing that each and every experience of our lives point us to that thing, that one thing that permeates all of our cells and all of our muscles and our tissues and every aspect of our being. That one thing, that one sacred thing from which our life is birthed. And so from this knowledge, we are able to move about our day seeing this sacred in every aspect of our lives. We're able to relax in this awareness, relax in this understanding that it is all part of the one. And so as we sink in this awareness, it opens up our experience. It creates this amazingly limitless container in which we can live and move and have our being in. And so I'm grateful for this awareness. I'm grateful for this moment. I'm grateful for each and every sacred moment. And so I release these words into the law that only ever says yes, knowing that even now they're being clothed in form and all things are sacred. And so it is.